And Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G, and I'm hopefully going live to play Medieval 1 on the PS1 version, since they've added trophies. Hopefully my stream is going live so that I can do this. It takes a while, and it's incredibly frustrating and needlessly so. I can do this, it takes a while. Okay, we're live. Hey, it's going, man.
In a time long ago, there lived in the kingdom of Gallomere a sorcerer named Zarok. This arrogant, pitiless man hated his fellow citizens for simple and innocent ways.
Oh, that's good.
He raised an army
Right in time, too.
and set out to take the realm.
Because I'm going to be playing some more Xbox lately, because there's been a lot of good games coming on Game Pass.
Led the militia into battle against this unholy horde. Songs are still sung of how he spearheaded the charge deep into the accursed multitude, how demons fell before him like wheat before the scythe, and how at last, though mortally wounded, he destroyed the sorcerer utterly. Fortescue went down in history that day as the of Galloway. Peace began, which was to last for 100 years. And then the sorcerer returned.
Also, fun fact about this game, okay, is, like, they make fun of Sir Dan for, like, getting killed right away, and he did get killed right away. He got shot, in the eye, first thing. But here's the thing, if you, like, look into the backstory of the game, he, during the time that, when he was alive, he was a storyteller. That's what he did. He was like a bard. And the king was so smitten with him that he made him the general of their army during a time when they had been in peace for ages. Okay? So it was only really a symbolic thing, and not something he was expected to fight, and then right after they got fucking invaded. So it's not like Dan was a pussy. It's quite literally, he didn't sign up for this shit. He was a bard. And when the king gave him the position, it's like, oh, this is just an honorary title because I like your story so much. It's like, okay. He didn't think, oh, I'm actually gonna have to go in a fucking battle. And to his credit, he may have died immediately, but he did go into battle. He did not run. Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to switch the position of the chat and try putting in the bottom left because it keeps getting cut off, and hopefully if it's put in the left it won't be such a problem. Yeah. They look great then. They don't look so great now. Of course, some AI upscaling would definitely help. Gallomere! Honestly, if you have a place that has Gallo in the title, you're just asking for trouble. Well, I mean, basically, he is the same thing. Actually, it's funny you mention that, because if you actually look into, the backstory of Medieval, Zarok used to be the king's advisor. And the main reason why he revolted against the king and set all this in motion is because the king found out he was doing fucked up experiments and said, no, you gotta go. So yeah, kind of just like Jafar. But then again, the whole king's evil advisor thing is a pretty common trope. It's not like Aladdin was the first one to do that, you know? Honestly, before either of them, you could say Prince of Persia. The first Prince of Persia in the 80s did the same thing because the vizier was the bad guy. I actually like For Mozilla. I love the look of it, I love the feel of it. Some of it sucks, but definitely not terrible. But, you know, to each their own. Oh, it's a zombie. I love this title screen. This is like classic gothic 90s mood, man. This is like if Tim Burton made a video game. Yeah, no, that is true. Towards the end, Elden Ring jumps up significantly in stats and difficulty. And expects you to have been doing a lot more grinding. Or doing side quests and shit. They're supposed to announce the PlayStation Classics coming to PS4 and PS5 next month, not next month, for this month and next week. I think I heard next Wednesday. For some reason, I don't understand, they release them in different waves. They release the PlayStation Core first, and then they release the Classics later, usually towards the middle of the month, and I don't understand why they do that, why they wouldn't just release all of them at once at the start of the month. But hopefully, whatever games there are good. Because, you know, last month we actually got, you know, Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare in this game, so we're actually getting some decent classics. Hopefully they can keep that streak going. God, I always hear that fucking laugh. Dan's Crypt.
It has risen again.
This game also had really great voice acting for PS1.
The hill of Galilee fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspire to turn the arrow into the savior of the day. But we knows better.
We knows better. I also hope that they bring Medieval 2, because Medieval 2 is often ignored. Like I said, you didn't even know it fucking existed. And it's also a PS1 game, so it'd be easy to bring, and it would be good to have it playable on a modern system.
Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance.
Plus, you know, another key thing about Dan is that he never spread the legend, okay? It's not like he was sitting there talking his shit, right? And saying, I saved the day. I was the hero. He fucking died, okay? Is it really his fault that they turned him into a legend after the fact while he was dead?
Chance to forget the ignoble.
So they try to paint him almost like a coward, But honestly, he kind of got dealt a shit hand.
Truth. A chance to defeat Zarok and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
Okay, I'm going to be immediately fucking with the controls. Alright. That's... Oh, that's right. This is one of those games that has the camera controls fucking reversed. I gotta do it the opposite way. Oh well. Let's try it now. There we go. And thank fuck that they've changed the controls, because I like Medieval, but the original game's control scheme fucking sucked. Circle to jump, X to attack, square to do, like, it's just not good. There we go, jump on X. Yeah. Well, in all fairness, it's because, you know, they were still used to doing camera control games. And even when they did the fucking DualShock, it came in at the very end of the PS1's life cycle. So they were still trying to figure out how the camera control works, but yeah. And you know what's funny, because I actually play with my camera control inverted up and down, but not left and right. Okay, so then we're gotta fuck with some more settings. Okay, get it where I need it to be. Okay, so circle is X. X is circle, but that... Okay, let me see. Yeah, I'll have to... Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so we're gonna take triangle, and we're going, well, we're gonna make R2 triangle. Oh, fucking now we messed it up. Oh, God, okay. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, it's taking some time, and I'm trying to get this control scheme fairly modernized. Okay. Now let's turn that to R1 then. Because that's the dash button. Okay. And then, hold on. No, that's a problem too. Like I said, that's the original game had a really wonky fucking control scheme. And then there's presets. Invert left stick horizontally. That's not bad. No, and that's not what I need either. Okay. Fuck. I'll get this. Okay, let me see. I need... Okay, so we got... Circle is X. Let's try this. No, nope. God damn it. Okay. Oh, and now we're still... Oh my god. Okay, I'll hold on. I'm gonna reset this and fucking try again because I got all confused. Okay. Alright. Alright, okay. We got camera control settled. Alright, now... X is going to be circle. Circle is going to be X. Alright, let's try this. But then, fuck, if I could just... Okay. Circle needs to be square. You can, I think you can make it so you can do all of them, but I'm not sure. Square needs to be circle. And then if I do circle needs to be... Oh boy, okay. I can do this. I can do this, okay. You know what? You know what? Okay. Okay. I got this. Okay. X needs to be L1. Let's try this. Okay, let me see. Customize buttons. And see, fuck, the problem is that you can't, one button automatically switches another button. So, square becomes the button you just replaced it with when I should be able to individually set all of them, if that makes sense. I sound like a fucking crazy person right now, but yeah. Okay, I'll figure this out. I'm just trying to get it set up to a way that's just somewhat modern, pretty much. Oh, fuck, okay. Reset, okay. So... Okay, let's try this. Circle needs to be square. No, I'm sorry. X needs to be square. Like, this is so much more complicated than it needs to be. Oh, Jesus. But I'm trying to get it set, because once that is, it's going to make this game a lot more tolerable. Having jumping be on circle, trust me, the controls are fucking weird. Okay, so... X is... No, fuck a duck. I keep forgetting. Son of a fucking whore. Okay. X is square. Try that. There we go. X is square. Circle is X. But then... Did it just do what I think? Okay, you know what? Okay. Okay. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. And then let's turn circle. Fuck. Okay, okay. So I need... square to be triangle. Let's try that. Did we do it? Okay, hold on. Okay, I think we did it. Okay, so we have jump on X, we have the regular attack on square, and we have the special attack on triangle. Think fuck. Okay. And now, only thing I can say is now we're going to turn... Okay, hold on. I'll leave it like that for the time being. And now we switch the camera. Okay, thank fuck, we've got lift off. Oh, that's right, hold on. Settings, visual presets, modern. Do I want to do... Hold on, let me look at that. Doesn't really make it look modern to me. Now it's... God, no, I can't play like that. Modern arcade. Yeah, no, not gonna happen either. Any kind of like blurring is just fucking ass, okay? And then video aspect ratio. Since this game is done with polygons for the most part, it actually fits the full screen pretty well. Now hold on one second, let me check the trophy list for this game. I think it was pretty easy from what I've seen. Okay, complete all levels. God. Good. Defeat 250 enemies, collect all the chalices. Good. Defeat the bosses in the game, obviously. Okay, yeah, most of this is actually pretty easy. Okay. It's a graveyard. Yeah. No. They're creepy and they're kooky. I mean, this game takes heavy inspiration from from that. So yeah, they've straight up said, you know, Tim Burton, Addams Family. I think it's the hand of their family. One of their family members, if I'm not mistaken, that kept alive. I've watched the Addams Family, but not religiously, and it's been a while, so. Sweet. There's a shopkeeper, but I don't really need anything. Well, he's got. And now I've got to go back really quickly because that's towards the end of the level. I need to go back and get the chalice. Getting the chalice is very, very fucking important. Each time you get the chalice, you get a reward. Usually a weapon. That's how you get the majority of the weapons, and only if you get all the chalices do you get the good ending. Thankfully, most of the time it's not bad. You just have to kill enough enemies in each level and then find the chalice. The Hall of Heroes! Yeah, let me check what the merchant has just to be on the safe side. Yeah, no, he's got nothing. Throwing daggers. I already have throwing daggers, so yeah. But later on, when you get more weapons, he's pretty vital. That's the first level done. The Hall of Heroes! I also like how when you first enter the Hall of Heroes, they treat you like you're a fucking piece of shit. Like, you're not even worthy to be here! And then as you progress through the game and you get better, they're okay, you deserve to be here.
Welcome to the Hall
And their opinion gradually changes.
The bravest warriors from history spend eternity feasting, singing, and arm wrestling. If they think you're worthy enough, you may be able to persuade them to give you a new weapon.
Oh yeah! And each of the characters he fucks with, it's pretty funny. Well, they're talking about fighting.
Does the battle go well?
How I wish I could fight at your side again, sir. But hold, you could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and you can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners. I used it at the Battle of Galamir. After you were slain, I shot Zaren's champion, Lord Card, a clean kill through the eye at some 1,000 yards. Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone in the eye, sir. Oh. Goodbye, sir.
Cemetery Hill. This game is also unique in the fact that it has it has a bunch of different versions. Because you had the Medieval game on PS1. And then they remade it for PSP as a launch title for PSP called Medieval Resurrection. But that's like a reimagining. Like they totally redid the story, redid the levels. It's very different. And then they did the remake for PS4. That was just a faithful recreation but better graphics. I'm actually going to be using Medieval in my video about the 3 hours of gaming about remaster, remake, reimagining, because it actually gives a very good point. Echo, if you're coming, come on.
So, even from the shackles of death, my old enemy pursues me. You're too late, Fortescue. Already my army has risen from the grave. You will never leave this necropolis.
Yeah. The PSP remake kind of gets left out of the conversation a lot, but it's good. Like I said, it's a reimagining. It completely changes the level structure, a lot of the plot, a lot of that stuff. Like it's a reimagining, whereas the remake on PS4 is the exact same game as the original, but better graphics and gameplay tweaks. So they're like two different takes on the same formula, and it's a good example I can use to show here's a remake where it adds some gameplay improvements, but it keeps the game mostly the same, but better graphics. And here's a reimagining where they just completely redo the levels and redesign the game. So I also they made the remake, the PSP version available on PS4 and PS5, so you can play most of the whole series. And then, like I said, I keep hoping that they will bring Medieval 2 to PS4, PS5, because Medieval 2 is fucking great. They jump ahead 500 years to Victorian London, and you're actually fighting Jack the Ripper, who's really a demon, and going through, like, clock towers and all that. They refined the formula and added much bigger levels. There is, like, only about half the levels in the second game is in the first game, like the number, but that's because they made the levels much, much bigger, which I prefer, and with more nooks and crannies and secrets and shit. So the second game is bigger than the first game. It just, instead of making a bunch of smaller levels like this game, they made a bunch of bigger levels you can roam around and find secrets and shit in. But the sequel doesn't ever get its credit. Most people don't even know it exists, so them releasing it on PS4 and PS5 would be a great way for people to be acquainted with it. There's also a rumor that is thus far unsubstantiated, but it could be real, from a leaker who has correctly predicted things in the past from Sony that they are remaking the second game. And if that's the case, I would be fucking over the moon, because the remake of the first game was a really good remake. And how they should be done. So I would love to see this game get the same amount of attention. Or the second game, the same amount of attention as the first game's remake. And it seemed like a pretty much foregone conclusion because the Medieval game was the Medieval remake wasn't a disaster, but it wasn't a sales success either. So it seemed like, oh, you know, this game wasn't super popular. Well, let's not do the remake of the second game. But like I said, the guy who's leaked the Sony stuff before reliably has said they are working on the remake for the second game. So I, you know, take it with a grain of salt. But man, I really hope that's the case. And I personally fucking love Medieval. It is a very unique vibe and atmosphere. How often you play a platformer game that's like ripped out of Tim Burton's imagination? It has a lot of really cool stuff going for it. A charming character. The gameplay is simple, but it's fun. There's great unlockables that encourages you to actually explore the level. Like you're rewarded. For exploring, because you get the chalices that give you all these cool new weapons. All the best weapons in this game come from the chalice shit. So the game actually encourages you to find collectibles and stuff and do that instead of just giving you no fucking reward. And it's just a very charming game. And like I said, for, I believe this is 1998, the voice acting is fucking top of the line. Back when there wasn't a whole lot of good voice acting in games. This is one of the outliers. Damn it. Really, bitch? Plus, this game is hard. This game can be pretty fucking hard. So, having a modern version with save states and stuff helps take that sting off. And no, I wasn't able to get the chalice in that level because you can't get that chalice on the first visit. This game does have kind of a Metroidvania-esque backtracking thing. Oh, you're about to see. Part of the level is blocked off by those boulders, and you need a club to get rid of those. The Hilltop Mausoleum. But I would recommend all of this game, all versions of this game. The original version is great, and it holds up really well for a PS1 game. The PSP version is its own very unique take on it, and it also has what's his name? Hold on. Fuck. Shit. What the fuck was his name? It'll come to me. But he plays the fourth Doctor Who. And for many people, he is the best of the classic Doctor Who's. And my dad loves him, and he's a British actor of a lot of renown. And he is the narrator of the PSP version of Medieval, and it plays Death, the Grim Reaper, who hangs out with Dan. And he's great. And he's a great fucking actor. Tom Baker! Tom Baker! No. That's, Matt Smith. When I say classic Doctor, I'm talking about like Tom Baker was the Doctor in the 80s. Like in the original run of Doctor Who. And he's a fan favorite. Because, I know pretty much all the ones from the new one. Christopher Eggleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, that Kate chick, I don't know her fucking shit a lot, and then Nuktigawa. Fucking trolls. Where you think you're going, bitch? And right now, I've got shitty weapons because I'm at the start of the game. But the weapons get a lot better as you unlock them. Run, Dan! Like, see, for example, you get this club, and it does a lot of damage, and you can use it for puzzles, because it can break open walls, and you can light it on fire. But it's limited use. By doing the chalices, you unlock an iron hammer that's like a permanent version of the club, with an AoE attack. So, like, the game really encourages you to actually do the side quest and get the collectibles, because you usually get a sick weapon for doing it. Which is the best way to do collectibles, because having collectibles just for collectibles' sake is not a good way to do collectibles, and sucks. Ah. Fucking troll. Jacked my sword, you little bitch. Oh, that's right, I have to get the Chaos Rune. Yeah, he did. Yeah, they're assholes. They're little fucking trolls. Like, literal, they're actual trolls. You have to give this guy notes. But I can't do that right now, so I have to go back. Now I have to... Well, actually, hold on. There's a way to do this. I think it's right here that leads you... Yeah, here we go. This leads you back into the start. Where the gate's open now. So now we drop down and we go to that other path because we have the moon rune. We can put it in there. Like I said, I honestly really love Medieval. And it's a part of Sony's classic library that kind of gets ignored. Aha! Now we have to... Dan, run! And now that we have the music notes, I can give it to that fucking skeleton guy. And he'll give me the Chaos Rune. And then I can backtrack back and put it through. As well as the chalice. And I have the Chaos Rune. Okay, we're good to go now. Like I said, you always want to make sure to get the chalice. Yeah, we're about to do the first boss fight. The stained glass demon. Which is going to be a lot easier because I have the crossbow. You have to hit him ranged a lot of the time, and it is a pain in the ass with the daggers. You basically just have to wait until he gets done attacking you. And then shoot the shit out of his heart with the crossbow. And if you had to do that with just the throwing daggers, because you didn't get the chalices, it'd be a lot harder. Fucking... Almost got that motherfucker. Almost. One more time. Yeah, fuck you. And that's the end of that level. The Hall of Heroes.
Back from the battle so soon? It must think it is a hero by now. But only a true hero is worthy of a place in the Hall of Heroes. See the ghostly statue of your fraudster self? When it has turned solid, a true hero you will be.
Yeah, basically, no matter what, you stop him in this game. Zorak, but if you did all the chalices, Dan gets a place in the Hall of Heroes and gets to chill with the rest of them. So it's like basically you earned your place as a legend, which is pretty cool. And it's funny because a lot of the heroes that you interact with have different like funny conversations. One of them is like this African chick that is constantly trying to fuck Dan. One of them is like this German guy. He's like, superior German firepower! And it's hilarious. Like this game is kind of graphic, but it's always kind of tongue-in-cheek.
Hurrah! I knew it would take more than an army of the evil dead to throw your strider. I've something that may help you on your quest, Captain. I give it to you freely, though I have no idea what it is.
Yeah. And it's a life bottle, which gives me an extra health bar. So even when you're not getting a weapon, you're getting a reward. I think you're going to get up to 8 of those life bottles. That shouldn't be a problem. And you're going to want all of them, because later levels get pretty fucking hard. Okay. Now, they're going to want me to continue, but I got the club. So actually, I'm going to go back to the start level. There's a hidden thing in Dan's tomb that you can hit with the club to unlock an extra item. And then I'm going to go back to the level before the Hilltop Mausoleum, the Cemetery Hill, and unblock the path to get the chalice for that level. And you get an extra life bottle and a bunch of money for doing that. And it takes like all of 10 seconds. So... Okay, now we go back to Cemetery Hill. And instead of going up, we can go over to the left and get rid of the boulders that block our way, and that allow me to get the shit for later there and get the chalice for this level. You can't get it in your first level. Or your first playthrough. Like I said, this game is not like... The gameplay is not super deep, but it's just kind of a fun, easy time. Yeah. And it's just a really charming atmosphere. Yeah, exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. I definitely like the 64. It was a good console. But if you have me pick between PS1 and 64, PS1 wins, no fucking doubt. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks good now. For a game that came out in fucking 1998, I think it looks great now. It's held up pretty well. A lot better than some other games. And it having such a stylized, cartoony atmosphere has helped it age better. I love this game, you know? Fuck, I gotta kill some more fucking trolls first before I get the chalice. Not a problem. But like I said, I love 64. I will always love 64. But yeah, if you give me a choice between the PS1 and 64, PS1 wins easily. Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, Siphon Filter, Medieval, Crash Trilogy, Spiral Trilogy, Suikoden, Chrono Cross, Legend of Dragoon, Soul Reaver, Blood Omen, although that goes in the other order, opposite order. Fucking kick-ass port of Doom. PS1 port of Doom is really good. Like, overall, yeah, it's not even like a choice. Like, PS1 wins hands down for me. Especially because I'm a huge fan of RPGs, and PS1 was like a golden age for JRPGs, kicked off by Final Fantasy 7. Whereas 64 had almost no RPGs whatsoever. I mean, Paper Mario is pretty good, you know, but, you know, like, there was not a whole lot of RPGs on 64, so. And whenever there was a cross-platform game, generally speaking, the 64 version was worse. Oh, hey, another club. That's good. The durability of my current club is running low. Like, the PS1 was just a more graphically capable system, had bigger discs. Well, you know, discs in general, but it had way more space. Had CD glide quality audio. So usually if there was a game that was on 64 and PS1, 64 got the shaft and was the worst version. Although there are some exceptions to that, like Shadow Man, the PS1 version of that was fucking atrocious, and the 64 version was actually decent. But if you wanted the best version, you should have gone for Dreamcast. Well, now they remastered it, Night Dive did, and it's, you know, you can get it. But back in the day, Dreamcast was the way to go. Any version but the PS1 version. Like, the PS1 version, I don't know who they handed it to or what they did, but it was fucking terrible. But generally speaking, for the most part, multi-platform games are better on PS1. Now I just have to really quickly run back up in the level, and I'll be able to get a new weapon from the Hall of Heroes. I think the hammer. I hope the hammer, because the hammer is fucking dope. It's like the club, but unlimited uses, and way more powerful with the AoE attack. But, you know, obviously, the one reason why you need to still keep the club is because you can light it on fire. But overall, it pretty much replaces the club. We have failed the master! We give our lives! Some fucking Jim Jones shit in this bitch. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, gargoyles!
It's the Hall of Heroes shopping mall. Bargain hunters should check out the ground floor. Well-to-do shoppers should check out the upper floor. That's where it's at.
You know what, man? Those gargoyles are fucking haters. Like, he's trying, man. Leave him alone. You guys are dicks. Here we go. Yeah, I think this is the hammer.
Fortescue!
Oh, Fortescue!
About that archcad Zarok still being alive. Thought you killed the fella.
He is rude as fuck, yeah.
Never mind, you old warhorse. Better show him what's what, eh? I expect Johnny's zombies a bit more of a handful than you remember. How are you doing for weapons? Here, take my warhammer. It'll smash anything and it won't fall apart.
Yeah!
I only ever get to use it cracking walnuts around this place. Nonsense, Fortescue. I won't take no for an answer. Knock a few heads for old Stan your iron hewer, eh?
See, it's got this giant charge AoE. It's great. Kablam! Now with that backtracking out of the way, I can keep going forward. Return to the graveyard! Now, like, I returned to the level from earlier, but I take a different path that's unlocked. And after I beat this level, I get the dash, which allows me to quickly sprint around. It's really good. And also, I have to fight a boss at the end of this, so it's a good thing that I have the hammer, because that's going to make that a lot easier. You have to fight these, like, ghost wolves. Wait for it. Humana, 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 pow! Alright, now I'm going to make a save state right here, because you can actually ride this coffin to a hidden collectible, but then that happens. This game is great, but it can stumble when you need precision platforming. Like, the general platforming is fine, but there are parts where they want you to be very precise, and then it can get kind of fucking annoying. Which save states are going to come in a long way to alleviating that burden. There's, like, one level in particular towards the end that really fucking pisses me off, called Pools of the Dead. You're trying to fight these enemies and avoid, like, all these puddles, and it is super frustrating. Thankfully, the remake, both of them, improved the jumping and the platforming. And it's not really an issue. But, you know, this game does kind of get a pass, rightfully so, because, well, it's 1998. And the game is still fucking great. And like I said, for the most part, the platforming is good. Just a couple of issues here and there. Yeah, get the fuck out of here! I ain't got time for no zombies! Oh, fuck yeah. I still remember the first Crash Bandicoot, man. They had a level, like, where you have to jump over a bridge on a tightrope, and oh my god. That was so fucking annoying. So it's not like this game shared it. This is still when they were kind of figuring out how to make platformers work. Yeah, but at least in the remake it controls better. It's still a bitch, but it's less of a bitch. Thankfully, like I said, when they did the remake for this, they greatly improved the platforming, so they kind of ironed out the issues in the remake, like a good remake should. They also had the ability to quick swap between two weapons in the remake, which is another great touch. So you can quickly swap between weapons and it helps give the game more variety in that respect, so. Oh, that's right, I gotta go this way. No, I have to use a skeleton key, that's my bad. I think it's with L1, you hit it and you swap. Like it's a quick swap button. You can really quickly switch. So you can have like a sword in one hand and then switch to the hammer, or have the sword and then switch to the bow. you get a really good bow later on. Like, the crossbow is okay, but you get, like, a magic of a bow that fires, like, explosive shots that do AoE. Fucking great. Open sesame! This game also saves a lot of the best levels for later. Like, this game has, like, later on they have a lot of really good levels. There's a level where you're in a scarecrow field, and you have to navigate through wheat and avoid fucking killer scarecrows and all kinds of diabolical traps. I really like that, especially because the scarecrows are super creepy. There's a level where you have to go through this village, and you can't kill the civilians because they've been possessed. You, like, lose chalice points, so you're trying to weave through and kill the guards and avoid the fuckers. There's a really good level where you're, like, in the woods dealing with witches. I think I have the star rune. Yep, I think that's the right one. Blam! There's the chalice. When I need to get it, I have to kill a couple more enemies. Dude, imagine you're just sitting there, you're just going about your day, and you see a fucking undead skeleton with a giant hammer like this coming at you. Ah, fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah. And you do it by killing enemies in the level. You don't have to kill all of the enemies in the level, but you do have to kill a good chunk of them. I'd say about 80%. Which is good, because it means you have to try to kill a lot of them, but you can miss a couple of enemies and not be fucked. Oh. And I'm going to use some of my gold to buy crossbow bolts, because I'm going to need them for the boss fights coming up. God, yeah. See, like, it can be a little finicky. Okay. But it's nothing unplayable, like I said, and for a game that's this old, it's understandable. You know what I mean? On the whole, this game gets a lot more right than it does wrong. It's just a lot of fun to play. It's just a fun game with a charming atmosphere. It's not too spooky, and it's not too silly. If it was too spooky, it would be in horror game territory. If it was too silly, it'd be like a Friday morning cartoon. It's not. Like, it toes the line. Like Tim Burton. His movies are always, well, it's kind of creepy, but then also silly. So they were able to perfectly capture the atmosphere they were going for. And like I said, the team that did this game, Sony Cambridge, because that's another reason why it's so weird that Medieval got like forgotten about, because it's made by Sony. It's literally a first-party Sony game. They all are. So it didn't get nearly the attention of Final Fantasy, Metal Gear Solid, even though it's a first-party Sony game. Is this team that did it, Sony Cambridge, went on to do a lot of games that I really liked. They did Medieval 1 and 2, of course. They handled the Resurrection themselves. They did Primal, another game for PS2 I was talking about that is fucking fantastic. That game went full, like, goth horror. You go through, like, the realm of the underworld, and each one is, like, a different species of, like, demon, and your companion's a gargoyle, and fucking great game. They did another game I want to play called Ghost Hunter. It's hard to find, but it's, like, their take on, like, a Ghostbusters thing. Sounds really neat to me, especially with how they handled the silliness already. And then they even did 24, the movie game, or the show game, which I heard was actually pretty good. It's based on the show 24. I haven't played it, but I've heard it is one of the better licensed tie-ins. And then they did Killzone Mercenary for Vita. And then, unfortunately, they were shut down. But they have a history of doing a lot of fucking cool games. Woo! Okay, hold on, let me... Yeah, this boss can be a pain in the ass, because you have a brief window when they're jumping where you can hit them. And they're circling. And, if you get the remake of this, you can unlock the original game. Is an unlockable. You have to do a bunch of side quests to get it, but it's still cool you can unlock the entire original game. Now you may say, well, if I already have the remake, and I already have the original unlocked in the remake, why would I buy this? Well, simple. This has all the perks that the modern emulation does, like remappable controls, save states, stuff like that, whereas the version in the remake is the straight game at the original aspect ratio with the original controls, no save states, and also trophies. They added trophies to the PS1 version for the first time. And I have the trophies, the Platinum for the remake, and the trophies for the PSP remake. So, both of them. So, this is the only version I don't have the Platinum for. So, I'm like, fuck it. And the game kind of has like a really kind of cool unexpected shift later on in the third act. When you start like dealing with the actual Zarok and his shit, he like used forbidden technology. So when you're like fucking with his stuff near the end of the game, it kind of gets like a steampunk vibe with like clockwork soldiers and robots and automatons and shit. Pretty cool. Almost. Come on, you motherfuckers. At this point, I don't care if I take damage. I can take the hit, but I need to kill these fuckers. Yeah! See? Dash. Very helpful.
Has changed outside the necropolis. Paths go this way, paths go that way. Nasty, painful death waits round every turn and over every hill. Bon voyage.
Like, yeah, it's incredibly bad out there. You will easily die. Have a good time! Fucking gargoyles. But they're funny. They're almost like the dark comedic relief.
Bravo, Fortescue! Some of the other chaps wagered Zarok would be using your ribcage as a toast rack by now. But I knew you'd pull through. Here, I have a little extra something here I can give you. Could help the old quest. You want it?
Even if it's money, still a benefit. Now we have some choices in which level we do next. The game doesn't always operate in linear fashion, which is also pretty cool. You still pretty much have to do all the levels, but you have some flexibility. Like if I go this way, I can do the Enchanted Earth. And if I go that way, I can do Scarecrow Fields. Which, fuck it, I'll do the Scarecrow Fields. Yeah, see? Oh, God. These scarecrows are a fucking bitch. Which, thankfully, we're about to burn these motherfuckers. But we're gonna try it. Come on. Damn it. If I'm not mistaken, you can light the club on fire and use it to burn these haystacks. Yeah, here we go. Ah, well. I thought for sure that you could permanently get rid of these fucking haystacks. Am I mistaken? Well. Fucking bats, man. And they don't even give you shit for your chalice, so they're just all in all fucking annoying. Oh, good. I needed some help. Fucking crows. Nobody likes you. Okay, you're a scarecrow surrounded by crows. You have failed your job. You had literally one purpose. Oh god, this game is great though. You have to stay out of the weed, or you will die. God, these scarecrows are fucking annoying. Thankfully, you do get better weapons later on. You get like a magic greatsword later on. Come on, I know I can... I know there's a way to push this fucking crate. Well, I kind of just clipped it, but what are you gonna do? Annoying bats, leave me alone! I hate you! Damn it. Ah, they're so annoying. Seriously, fuck you guys. Ah, fuck. See, sometimes like the camera angle and the platforming can be a little bit finicky. Hold on a second. My phone dinged, just making sure. Okay. There we go. And then I need a part to make that work, which I will come back with. I almost have to get the fucking chalice. Ah, shit. Ah, boy. Actually, let me... Ah, boy. Ah, fuck yeah, I can do it. Ah, finally health. Ah! Now I have to backtrack. Back to the harvester. And use that part to get it to activate so I can get the chalice. Damn it. Yeah, no, yeah, pretty much. Ah, damn it. Then we followed outside and it's carved a new path. No, fuck. See, sometimes the precise movement can be a little tricky. Here. No, son of a... It can be really hard to stay out of the cornfield. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Bam! Yeah, there's the... Who is this? Okay, yeah, this guy's pretty cool.
Fortescue, you jawless arrow magnet.
And yeah, he's kind of a dick to you at first, but he's one of the people who changes his mind about you. It's like, oh, okay, you're cool. I love how Dan doesn't actually talk. He's, huh?
Mr. Woden the Mighty. How I pity the people of Gallowmere, that their fate should once again be in the hands of a chump like you. Still, I suppose it's not fair to take it out on them. Take my sword.
Oh, yeah.
Try not to stab yourself in the foot. You know, I've always had my doubts about you, Fortescue. You're just not carved from hero material.
He's just got so much personality, even with just the grunts. And thankfully, he changed his mind about you later on. He's like, oh, I was wrong. You are a hero. So it's kind of cool to... The broadsword is like the sword, but it deals a lot more fucking damage. And it's very useful. And then later on, you get a magic sword that's all shiny and glowy that does like the most damage. And from here, you get another choice of which level to go to. You can either go into the Sleeping Village, which I'm not going to wait, or you can go into the Scarecrow, or the Pumpkin Gorge. Where you have to kill a giant murderous pumpkin. That is not even a joke. See, you can enchant the sword. Now it's a magic. Okay, making sure I didn't miss anything. Fucking evil pumpkin. I'm sorry, what was that, motherfucker? You pumpkin bitches want some of this? But thankfully, when you get the magic sword later on, it's like permanently magic, so... And, you know, semi-related topic, I really love pumpkin pie, man. Oh, that's right. I have to... Hold on, let me see. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. This is not a game made for children, though. And in all fairness, the developers were pretty clear about that. They did not advertise this for children. Then again, I could say the same thing about Crash, man. Crash Bandicoot is hard as fucking balls. And yeah, that was still advertised for children. There are parts of the original Crash Bandicoot that I struggle with even now. Can't imagine a kid had it any fucking easier. Oh, hey. I also find something deeply satisfying about the sound of the health bottle filling up. Yeah, ching, 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 like, and it's like gets to a higher octave, like saying it's fuller and fuller and fuller, it's rising, it's rising, you know what I mean? Oh, here we go. Up the hill, Batman! Oh, hey, it transported back down. Sweet! Oh, shit, wrong way. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. I'll see you later, man. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I'll probably stream it all day, man. I'll try to stop by in your stream as well when I take a break. Son of a... Oh, that's right, I didn't get the chalice. Where the fuck is the chalice? Hold on, I gotta Google this. Because, yeah, some of these chalices are really well hidden, and I don't want to have to replay the entire level because I missed one fucking collectible hidden in a corner of the map. Oh, okay. Pick up the moon rune behind more tentacles and enter room kill to horribly. Okay, there's a merchant gargoyle. Here we go. Ba-blam!
Gaining allies in the Hall of the Heroes is the way forward. Hack, choppity chop, off with a few zombies' heads, and it thinks it can redeem itself in battle. You still have a long way to go to rank as the best.
By God, Fortescue, you must be the luckiest corpse ever to walk the face of the earth. I have something here I can lend to you. Take it or leave it, but remember, I'm only doing this for the sake of Gallomir's doomed population, and not for you, you gangly buffoon!
Alright, I'm gonna end this part here and I'll be right back.